Hello everyone. So welcome to Reimu webinar series. So this is Nivas from Reimu Technologies. So I'm the one who is going to take care of this particular webinar session. So I'm seeing some attendees are joining in this webinar. So we'll give some couple of minutes, then we'll start the session. Hey, hello everyone. Thanks for staying online. So I see some attendees are joining here. So let's start this webinar now. Okay, so I just introduced myself once again. So I'm Nivas. I'm working as a product analyst here. So I'm the one who is going to take care of this particular webinar session. Okay. So before getting into this webinar, I just mentioned about the ground rules here. So as of now, all the attendees are in the listen only mode. So if you have any question in between, you can raise your hands or you can just type your questions in the question section. So we have our staffs here, so they will try to respond to your questions immediately. So if we are not able to respond to your questions immediately or during this webinar session, don't worry, we will drop a mail to you answering to all your questions. Okay. So we'll start this webinar now. So the title for this webinar is how to protect your business from data loss. So before starting the webinar, I'll just give a small introduction about Reimu Technologies. So we are the company founded in the year 2002 and we are headquartered in Chennai. So we had a decade of experience in developing the backup solution for various IT environments. Okay. Currently, we set our footprints over 100 plus countries, and so we have a partner base of around 4,000 partners across the globe. And we are named as a top leader in various review sites such as G2 Crowd, Trust Radius, and IT Central Station. So these sites named Reimu as one of the leaders in the backup software market. Okay, so coming to the webinar. So the title for this webinar is how to protect your business from data loss. So I'm just going to explain. So this is going to be a 30 minutes webinar. So I just explained how to protect your business from the data loss. And the end of the session, then how Reimu helps in help your business to protect your business from the data loss. And at the end, we'll see a demo followed by a Q&A session, as I said earlier. And let's see. So these are the data loss and the its sources. So what is the data loss? We'll start from there. So you're running a business, and so you'll be creating a lot of data in your business, various sources you're creating a data, and what if the important data which is driving your business is lost or corrupted? So your business, you cannot proceed, continue, or you cannot continue with your business, so it is a data loss. Okay, so there is a loss in data which stopping your business. We name it as technically name it as a business data loss. So what are its causes? What causes a data loss? The first one is the major one is a data malware attacks. Okay, nowadays the malware attack is more and more. Many businesses are affecting or losing the data, or the data is getting encrypted or corrupted by these malware attacks. The second one is the data corruptions. Okay, there are a lot of things. Okay, so some the software that you install on your computer might corrupt the existing data, or other. So you might have downloaded some content from the online, or you open some phishing email, so these corrupts your data. The next one obviously is a natural disaster. It might be a earthquake, or it might be a flood or fire accidents in your organization. This might lead to the data loss of your business. Or obviously next thing is a human error. So some of you might accidentally deleted some of the files from your critical servers, or some of the employees without unknowingly they can delete some important critical data from your machines. So these are some of the reasons how or the sources how data loss occurs. So what are the consequences of data loss? We'll see later. So before that, I just want to show some stats here. So clearly you can see 39% of the global data breaches are caused by ransomwares. Okay, and nearly 58% downtime incidents are caused by human errors alone. And you have to take note of this. So 50% of the hard drive fails every 5 years. So these are the major sources of the data loss. So apart from this, there are a lot of sources, but we try to collect the major sources, and these are the things which comes in the majority. And next, so what are the causes? So yeah, data loss occurred, it happened in your business, so you lost some data. So what are the consequences? What are the consequences that you need to face? Okay, the first one, it affect the productivity of a business. Okay, and the next, it, if the productivity gets affected, then obviously it leads to loss of revenue, so your revenue might get affected. And a data loss, if a customer came to know a data loss happened in this particular company, you will obviously get the your brand reputation will get reduced, and obviously your customers tends to move from your solution and they search for an alternative. Okay, nearly, if you can see, nearly 94% of the companies suffering from the data loss do not survive. So 43% never reopen, and 51% closes within the year. And 7 out of 10 small firms, they experience a data loss in a year. And yeah, hour of disruption, okay, can in a small companies can cost you around 8,000, and to an enterprise business it extends up to $700,000 of revenue loss. So these are the major consequences of the data loss. If you happen to a victim for the data loss, so these are the consequences that you might face in your business. So how you can protect yourself from the data loss? Okay, so the first thing, in the earlier slide we saw the major reason and one of the threat is a ransomware attack. So you can encrypt your backup, you can encrypt your data using the reputed algorithms such as AES 246 or AES 128 bits algorithm, and also RSA algorithms. You can encrypt your data using these, one of the trusted algorithms. Then so you should not open the mails which you felt suspicious, and also you should create an awareness among your organization members not to open the phishing mails that are coming to their inbox. So these suspicious mails contain some links. If you click on them, it might obviously download something, it might have the data, or they can steal the data using these mails. And try to enable multi-factor authentication instead of only one authentication. You can have multi-factor authentication, so just to protect your business data from a data breach or something. And try to update your software regularly. So if any application that you're currently using is getting a patch updates, try to update the patches and regularly update the security updates. And you need to devise a proper backup and DR solution for your business critical data. So you need to set up a backup plan, even that it need to be, so if some data loss happen in your organization, it should be in a way it should not affect your business continuity or something. And so you need to secure your computers. So the computers which are connected to the networks, you should secure. So you can use a firewalls, or you can use antivirus softwares to protect the computers from any other virus attack or from other malware attacks. So these are the basic techniques that you need to do to protect yourself from the data loss that is going to happen in your business. Your 15 minutes, up your RTO 15 minutes, so you can back up your business critical data with the interval of 15 minutes. And even if something goes wrong with the data that you're backed up, you don't need to worry. So you'll be able to restore the operation within 15 minutes of time. Whatever the size of the data, you will be able to restore within 15 minutes of time. And so Reimu is all the data that is backed up using Reimu is protected using AES 246 encryption algorithm. Okay, so even you can also encrypt your data using your password. Okay, so without password you will not be able to continue with the restoration, or you will not be able to access the data that have been backed up. And Reimu has we have developed our own file system, so we named it as Reimu High. So it is a patented file system which has inbuilt compression, encryption, deduplication, and error correction. Okay, and the quick frame recovery. So this is one of the important feature of Reimu. So this feature allow you to instantly restore the backup data as a virtual machine. If something goes wrong, you don't need to worry. Just perform the quick frame recovery. The data will be get booted, and you can continue your work from where it left. And the one beautiful thing with the quick frame recovery is all the changes that you are making on this particular session will also be recorded. So while going for the permanent recovery, you can include the changes that you have made so far after putting the backup data in the quick view session. And the next one is the cross-platform migration. So you backup your data, the backup is successfully completed. So in future, if you want to migrate the data from one platform to another, yes, you can do it easily with Reimu without much complication. So just by using the native tools, you'll be able to migrate the data from one platform to another. So next one is the automated verification. So you backup your data, how you make sure this backup data is recoverable or not. So we have devised a mechanism where we'll try to check the recoverability of the backup data by performing the 3 major tier checks. The first one is the integrity check. The second one, we'll try to mount the backup data, and once after mounting the backup data, we'll try to boot the data. So once the machine gets booted, we'll try to capture the screenshot and we'll store the screenshot. By checking these screenshots regularly, you can check, you can confirm whether this backup data is recoverable or not. So, and these screenshots will also be sent to your emails. So this is how Reimu can help you in protecting your business from the major data loss. So what is Reimu, and what are the features and what are the functionalities we offer? So Reimu is a comprehensive backup solution. So we're providing backup, disaster recovery, backup and disaster recovery for the physical servers and the virtual servers, and also for the cloud servers. That also includes the SaaS applications such as Office 365 and G Suites. Okay, even we are working on you can back up the cloud workloads, cloud-based workloads such as AWS virtual machines, Azure virtual machines, and GCP virtual machines also. And so we have a change block tracking feature, so which allow you to back up only the changes that you have made since the previous backup. So every time you don't take the full backup, so only the changes that have been made since the previous backup will be backed up alone. And we have automatic scheduling policies. We have instant recovery options, and you can use a migration option. So you can migrate from, you can perform the P2V migration, B2P, P2P, and V2V migrations. So all your data is compressed, encrypted, and deduplicated. And the storage, the kind of storage that Reimu using is ultra scalable. So you can scale your backup repository at any time you want. And we have a 3-tier verification test. As I said earlier, we'll just try to check the integrity of the backup data, then we'll try to mount it, and we'll try to boot it. And so apart from backup, so you can also replicate the virtual machines from one host to another host, and you can also replicate the backup data to an offsite location or to the cloud location for the disaster recovery. So yeah, so these are the things that you can do with Reimu. So yes, coming to Reimu BDS Suite, so we have a backup solution for the virtual machines, VMware virtual machines. So Hyper-V virtual machines. So VMware and Hyper-V is concerned, it is a agentless backup, and for VMware we also provide VM replication. So for VMware and Hyper-V, so we do also support cluster. So if your virtualized infrastructure in the cluster setup, you don't need to worry. So Reimu can back up your cluster setups also. And we have a quick frame recovery here, which allow you to instantly boot the backup data at any point, okay, at the time of disaster or something. So next is the Windows image backup. So it is a backup solution for your Windows servers and workstations. So you can back up the entire image, including the operating system, files and folders, and application. So this also comes with the bare metal recovery. And all the backups of Reimu, all the image-based backup of Reimu supports tape migration. So if you want a copy of backup data to be archived in the tape medias, you can use the tape backup option. And here, so apart from this image-based backup, Reimu also provide granular backups, so you can back up the files and folders and the applications. So we do support applications such as Exchange, SQL, SharePoint, Outlook, and MySQL. Okay, so you can back it up these applications to local, or you can back up directly to the Reimu cloud. So Reimu cloud means we deploy the Vimeo cloud in AWS. So we have all the servers running on AWS, and we have the servers running on almost all the region of AWS. Okay, so the backup data will go stored in that Vimeo cloud. And the next one is the G Suite or Office 365 backup. So apart from these local data, local IT data, you can also back up your mailbox, such as contacts and the contacts, calendars, and even the OneDrive and the files and folders from OneDrive and Google Drive. And the last one, you can also, apart from the on-premise backup, you can also devise a DR. So you can replicate a copy of backup data to an offset location or to Vimeo cloud, or if you have any public clouds, you can also deploy the Vimeo ODI server there, and you can replicate a copy of backup data there. So these are the basic features and functionality that I've explained about in the Vimeo BDR. So what we'll do now, just go to the live demonstration and see how Vimeo works. So I hope you can see my screen. So this is one of my server where I have installed the Vimeo BDR application. So I'll just start from the installation. Okay, so installing Vimeo BDR server is pretty simple. So just go to vimeo.com. Okay, so just go to vimeo.com. Here you can see this installer. So just click on the free trial here. It will take you to the page where you can download the Vimeo BDR server from here. So you can install the Vimeo BDR on the supported operating system mentioned below. So this is the Windows installer. Alternatively, if you would like to install this application on a Linux or Ubuntu platform, so please feel free to contact our sales. They will provide you with the Linux or the virtual appliances to you. Okay. So installing Vimeo is very simple. So just download the setup, install the setup on your environment. So this setup is bundled. This install is bundled with all the prerequisites. Okay, just download and install it. So once after successfully completing the installation, you will get a shortcut like this, and this is a web-based console. So just log in into this console. So then once after login, you can see the dashboard here. So this dashboard, you can see all the backup activities here, the recent backup active jobs, the storage quota, and the recent activities. Okay, the first thing that you need to do after installing this backup server is the storage configuration. So just go to management and click on storage pool. So it can be a physical volumes or it can be network volume. So you can use your physical volume to store the backup data, or you can use your network volume such as NAS or SAN to store the backup data. And even you can create a storage pool. So you just create a storage pool. You can mix match the physical and network volumes and create a storage pool. And all your backup data will go and get stored in that particular storage pool that you have selected during the backup configuration. Okay. And so to start with backup, just click on backup and click on VMware. We'll just see how to configure the backup for VMware, vSphere, and other backups jobs are also similar to that VMware and Hyper-V and backups are similar to that of the VMware, and the Microsoft Windows is also almost similar to that of the VMware. The VMware and Hyper-V are agentless backup solution, but the Microsoft Windows is an agent-based solution that you need to install an agent, so you can push the agent directly from the backup server itself. Okay. To start with backup, just click on VMware vSphere. So initially you need to add your ESX, your vCenter server here. So to add, just click on add VMware vSphere server. So you just need to give the enter the IP address of the ESX or vCenter, followed by the credential. Just give the credentials and click on add host. Your host will be added like this. You can manage. You can see all this added host in the manage server section. So just select the server that you want to backup and click on backup now. So it will list out all the virtual machines running on that particular host. Just select the virtual machines you want to backup. So if you want to exclude any particular disk or VMs from the backup, you can make use of this VM or disk exclusion. After selecting this, just click on next. So if you have any applications running inside this VM, so we recommend you to enable this application aware processing. So this will quiz application writers and check for the stability of the application writers at the time of the backup. If all the application writers are stable, it will process the backup, or else the backup will be rescheduled to the next scheduled time. So this is an optional. So if you'd like to enable this application aware processing, just enable this, and followed by this, we need to give the credential of the machine for which you want to check the application consistency. Okay, for time being we just disable this and we'll proceed next. So in the screen you need to select how frequently you want to run the incremental backups. So the frequency for the incremental backups is starting from 15 minutes. Okay, and you can go up to 12 hours here, or you can run your backups daily or weekly. So just if you want to enable an additional full backup, so apart from the main full backup, so you want to run an additional schedule an additional full backup, just enable this and you can select the scheduling for this additional full backups, then click on next. So here in the screen you just need to select the retention policy for the backup job. So Reimu is having two retention policies. The first one is the basic retention, so which allow you to keep up to last 99 days of recovery points, or else you can opt for this GFS retention. So this works on grandfather and father son kind of retention methods. The next one, you want to select where you want to store the backup data. You just want to select the storage pool. Then if you want to encrypt the backup data, just click on enable encryption. So you can use a system generated password, or you can add your own password. So using this password, your backup data will be encrypted. So then click on next. So that's all. So you just need to give the name for the backup job, and just review the configuration mentioned here. So once you're done, just go and click on save the backup. So your machine will be backed up, and so the backup data will be sent to the backup server, and it will be stored on the selected backup storage repository after compression, encryption, and deduplication. Okay, so likewise you can also replicate the virtual machines from one ESXi to another ESXi. So replication is also simple. So instead of the backup storage repository, you need to select the target host. If something goes wrong with the source virtual machine, you can just replicate it. You can just turn on the replicated VM and you can start your work on it. So that is with the VM replication. And we do support tape backups with Reimu. So you can LTO3 and above is supported for that tape archival. You can just add your tape infrastructure here. Once it is added, you can archive the copy of backup data to the tape medias. So here, coming to recovery option, we have multiple recovery options. Let us take again this VMware backup as an example. So the first one is a quick VM recovery. So this option allow you to instantly boot the backup data as a virtual machine on VMware or Hyper-V or KVM. So this is almost an instant recovery process, and all the changes that you are making on this particular quick VM session will also be recorded. So while going for the permanent recovery, you can include those changes, or you can just ignore the changes if you don't need that. The next one is a live recovery. So this is a permanent recovery. So this will copy the data from the backup storage repository and paste it on your data store and create a new virtual machines for you. So next one is a file level recovery. So this option allow you to recover the individual files and folders from the backup data. So instead of restoring the entire machine, you can just select the files that you need and you can granularly recover it. So the next one is the disk management mount. So this disk management mount allow you to attach the backup disk to the local disk management service. Okay, when once it is attached, you can just browse through the attached drives and you will be able to restore the files and folders from there. So the next one is the disk level recovery. So this disk level recovery allow you to attach the backup VMDK to another virtual machine of your choice. Once it is attached, you can just the disk level recovery allow you to attach the backup data to another virtual machine of your choice. Once it is attached, you can just log into that particular virtual machine and you will be able to reach the data directly from. You can just access the attached drives through the machine which it was connected. So the next one is a download. So this option allow you to download the backup data into multiple file formats. So even though this is my VMware virtual machine, I can download the backup data into VHD or VMDK, VSDX, flat VMDK, and RAW. So this comes in handy when you're planning to migrate the backup data from one platform to another. So this feature comes in handy, this restore option. And coming to reporting, we have multiple reporting options. So these are backup status, report the status of the backup job. So you can see all the backup status here. Okay, if the backup is missed, or the backup is getting failed, you can see a KB article here So when you click on this KB article, it will take you to the page where you can just see the KB and you can troubleshoot the backups on your own. And the next one is the image integrity check. So this is what we mentioned earlier. So we perform 3 tier checks here. The first one is the integrity of the backup data. The second one is the mount check. We'll try to mount the backup data, and then we'll boot the mounted backup data. And once the machine gets booted, we'll try to capture the screenshot, and you can see the screenshots here. Okay. So this machine is bootable. If this backup data is corrupted or something, you can see the machine is not booted here. So this is showing some kind of error. So by seeing the screenshot, you can just go and check on the backups. Okay, so these screenshot will also be mailed to your email addresses. Okay, you can just check it from your mobile phone or computer. If you're seeing any error screens, you can just log into the backup server and you check on that particular backups. So these are the basic reports, and the next one is the management. So these are the basic managing tools we have given here. So the important thing here is the offset copy management. So you can send a copy of backup data to an Reimu cloud or to an offsite data center for the DR purpose. To do this, just enable this. So you have two options. You can just either choose a Reimu cloud, or you can choose the Reimu offsite DR server. If you choose Reimu offsite DR server, you just need to enter the IP address of the server where you want to replicate the backup data. Just enter the IP address here and click on save the replication. So all the data from this backup server will get replicated to the offsite server. Okay. If something goes wrong with the primary backup server, you can just log into the offsite server and you will be able to reach the data directly from there. Okay. So this is one of my offsite DR server. So you can see the backup data from the multiple backup servers are replicated here. Okay, and even here you can see the same set of recovery options as that of the primary backup server. Okay, here also you can perform the quick recovery, granular recovery, and you can also migrate the virtual machines to other platforms. You can see the same set of recovery options here. And so apart from this, Reimu also providing another recovery option that is called the Reimu Universal Explorer. So this Universal Explorer allow you to instantly recover the application items from the backup data. So instead of restoring the entire machine, if you want to restore the particular mailbox from an exchange or particular DB from an SQL, you can perform it using this application. So there's an application which is available for free of download. Just go to the products in the Reimu website and you can see the free products listed here. So this is the Reimu User Explorer. So just download it and install it. So you just need to point to this database file, SQL file, then you will be able to restore the individual DBs from that backup without actually restoring the entire machine. So the next is the Reimu Cloud. So if you instead of sending it to an offsite DR server, if you want to replicate a copy of backup data to an cloud, then it's also simple. So this is the Reimu Cloud DR. So to enable this, first you need to create a Reimu Cloud account, and once the cloud account is created, just go to the backup server, click on Reimu Offset DR and click on Save Replication. So all the data from the backup server will get replicated to this Cloud DR server. If something goes wrong with the primary backup server, you can just log into this Cloud DR server and you'll be able to restore the data from here. Just click on restore. You can download the backup data or you can perform the file level recovery. Okay, so these are the basic features and functionalities of Reimu. Okay, so you can download and try this product at your test or lab. So the product comes with a 30 days of free trial. So in the 30 days of free trial, you can get all the features and functionalities of Reimu. There is no restriction on any of the particular features. Okay, and even if you need any assistance during this evaluation period, you can feel free to contact our support. So we have a 24/7 support with us. So you can just contact us through a phone or email or chat. So our support engineers are just a phone call away to assist you. Okay, and yes, so I'm seeing a lot of question and answers coming here. Okay, so our another analyst here is answering all the questions which are popping in. Okay, if you're not able to answer all the questions now. So don't worry, we'll try to answer it in another 24 hours. Okay, and you can just keep posting your questions here. Okay, so if you like to more about the Wembu, just you can just dial into these numbers. So these are US and Canada numbers, or you can also contact us through the UK numbers, or you can see the email ID here. So Wembu sales and Wembu-sales at Wembu.com for all the sales and commercial queries, and for all technical related assistance and deployments or POCs, you can contact us at Wembu-support at Wembu.com. So just take a note of these numbers and email. Also, if you log into Wembu.com, you can see a chat here. You can use that chat for the technical and commercial assistances. So yeah. So thank you for showing interest on this webinar. So I hope everyone liked this webinar. Okay, so if you like to schedule a personalized demo, or if you want to know more about the BCDF plan for your business, you just contact us and we'll be providing you with a customized demo for you for your organization. Okay, and we will set up a BCDF plan. We'll provide the POC for you, and we'll provide all the kind of assistance in deploying the media in your site. Yeah, so yes, so thanks for your time. And thanks for showing interest in Wembu. So have a nice day. Bye.